guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 170,000 subs. Hola Bafetu, compliments of the new year, Brajavu.
Hey, how are you?
Number
Coach?
one. Welcome back as well. We're sticking to straight away, Brajavu, man.
Yeah.
We saw we were knocked out, so
Yes.
meaning back to the usual,
Yeah,
Betway
sure.
Premiership.
Yeah.
The Iron Duke
Yes.
seems like he has struck again. I don't
Oh.
know if the iron is still hot
Yeah.
with the Diong. And then sadly we see Pirates partnering away with Okwaiba.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
what's your take? Let's start with the Kwaiba's departure. What do you think might have influenced it?
Okay, Coach. Thank you very much. Bingelele. Nabo cameraman bethu
Yeah.
kudala singababoni. So siyajabula ukubuya sibabone futhi. Look, maybe before siya lapho coach. I don't know if mhlambe we wabona i-issue ka Coach Rulani in relation to i-issue ka Mufokeng.
Yes,
Apparently
on the
MC
press
Alger.
conference.
Yes. So mina in my view coach ngangeni emlomeni. I think coach Rulani bekungekho necessary, in that press briefing ukuthi angakhuluma about issues that happened in the boardroom. I always tell people ukuthi sometimes there are certain things that you cannot just say in public, because obviously the offer between MC Alger, or the details of the offer between MC Alger
In Pirates.
and Pirates were actually conducted in a boardroom. So sometimes we get carried away, as people. Bese eslangalaleni bese sikhuluma ngale zinto.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think nje
So you don't like the fact that he came up and gave details. But in his defense, Barachawa would say
Yeah.
I think maybe he was pouring water on fire. Why am I saying that? Because the moment you hear there's a team that is interested in really,
Yeah.
everybody comes and attack Pirates and
Oh,
says
yes.
Pirates is
Doesn't want to
holding, he's holding really back. But he did
Yeah.
say that the boy stated that he wants only a European move. So I understand what is dealt or what is being spoken in the boardroom needs
Yeah.
to remain there.
Yeah.
But also I think he protected the Orlando Pirates badge, because he's the one who said
Yeah.
as much as they want him, they don't think the boy will be interested in the move at all.
I agree, but to a certain extent, imagine if all the teams
Did
that made offers with Pirates will then disclose, the issues that were discussed on the table. So I think there was a bit of unprofessionalism there, in my opinion.
Okay.
Those are the issues that needs to be addressed in the boardroom, not in the media. So let's go into the issue ga Kwaiba.
Yes.
He was given time, even though he was not given an ample time. I think if I calculate, he only played for about 48 minutes with Pirates, if I were to calculate
Yes.
everything. And unfortunately, he couldn't impress, But also, there are sessions, maybe your training sessions, where a player will be assessed. And if you don't fit the profile of the team, I think it's only fair for
That they
for
allow you
Pirates
to
they
leave.
allow you to leave. And Ishuga Kwaiba is not a special case. Remember, we also bought Gilberto from Angola. I think 10 million yonke.
Yeah.
But after a few games, we realized that the player doesn't fit the profile of the Orlando Pirates, and the player was released. So I think Pirates means business this season. At some stage, kule Pirates yakdala coach, you will have players that you see ukuthi they don't belong here, and they will still be there. Sigcine sibe na surplus yama players. So I think this time around, to me it was a good decision to actually release Kwaiba, and at least he went back to Chippa United. So it's not all lost,
Do you think it's okay, you're saying you agreed to the move, but I beg to differ, and I'll tell you why. I think Ukwaiba is a profile of a player who can get us goals. Yes, we can agree that he didn't have enough time Maybe like you're saying, the system that Pirates played
Yeah.
doesn't suit him.
Yeah.
But then I then come to, or I think it's something that I've always said. Maybe you can answer. Do you think Kwaiba's transfer was an Orlando Pirates transfer, or was it Coach Wadu's transfer? Because you look at the players that Pirates has signed so far, I think it's over 12.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
so you look at all those players, and then do you like right now we're speaking about Ukwaiba, but I can tell you now, I think we're gonna have 2 or 3 more being loaned out or released. And I see Ukwaiba going back to Chipa, and it's a permanent move.
Yeah.
Looking at his age, I would have hoped maybe a loan.
Okay.
To say, okay, go play there because you've been playing your best, and then come back. And now this is what brings the politics that sometimes we overlook it, but I'm gonna bring them up.
Yeah.
Pirates signed Kwaiba from Chipa, we don't know with how much.
Yeah.
He's been pushed back to Chipa on a permanent deal.
Yes.
Are we saying Chipa has bought him back, or are we saying Pirates has released him?
Obviously, those details are not disclosed. You are a Pirates supporter yourself. You would know, Coach, that Pirates doesn't disclose a lot, particularly when it comes to their affairs. They are a team that will conduct their business secretly. And even with this Kwaiba situation, we only know that he went back to Chipa. But then to actually, defend them as well, Coach. You can't have a surplus of players. Remember, these players, you are paying them at the end of the day. And you can't have a surplus of players that are not going to make impacts into the team. You will also question as to why was he brought to Pirates in the first place, because to me, I think the likes of take nothing away from him, but players like your Kwaiba, they are suitably placed there at Chipa to play there. That's where they belong.
Okay. No, looking at that move, now you go to the player that Pirates has recently signed.
Yeah.
Andre de Jong.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on him? Do you think he brings the title of Betway Premiership straight to Orlando Pirates?
Yeah.
Is he addition to the squad, or is he a player that will be raising hands and will be pushing for his position?
I think let's look beyond the capabilities of a player itself. To me, I will say a bold statement of intent from Orlando Pirates. Why am I saying that? Coach, you would have realized that last season, around this particular time, the league was gradually moving away from Orlando Pirates. So I think the management might have taken a decision that, look, we saw what happened last season. How do we then consolidate whatever that we have? Remember, we're left with 5 months before we can say the league is over. We're left with 18 games.
18 games, yes.
Now, in last season, we couldn't sign anyone, January. And that's where we're limping. That's where we're supposed to intensify things at Pirates, and we didn't do anything. And eventually, our team started to collapse, riding until they realized they are leaking a side hole. So these are clear intentions from Orlando Pirates that we are bringing this particular player so that we solidify whatever that we have. So it means at the back of their mind, they are correcting the mistake that they've done last season. Remember, last season we make noise that it's January transfer. At least rope 1 or 2 or 3 so that we can keep the ship moving. And we couldn't do anything. So I think this is a statement from Orlando Pirates that, look, we want this league and we want to compete.
But now the player you're bringing in, are you bringing him as a 10, as a striker, or I can say center forward?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at his stats. He has, remember, he had a short stay at Royal AM.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Amazulu, where I think he played 32 games, if I stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
And then at Stellenbosch, the last time I remember, he was on 114 games.
Yeah.
So in total, you're looking at a player who has played over 161 games.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at his goal contribution. Goals alone, they are less than 25.
To me, I would say it's a player that is going to bring a lot of contributions into the team. I've also checked the stats in as far as goals are concerned, but I don't think that is a kind of a player that one can say, let us look into the goals. Maybe check his work ethics into the field of play, then take it from there. I will say mangenze example mhlambe ngathi take your Allende from Sundowns, a player that doesn't have a lot of goals, but look into the contribution that the player it's
It brings
actually
into the team.
you know, that's basically what I'm trying to say. So Dion for me, it's a player that is going to make Pirates play, especially right now, because remember that we have been studied now.
Yeah.
A lot of opponents, when they come to Orlando or anywhere, they will
know.
try to play a low block of some sort. You will need players like Yo Dion to actually unlock whatever defense that will be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother. Because you look at De Jong, I think the work rate, he gives you what Mahopa gives you.
Yeah.
And even more, because I think he's more composed on the ball.
And he presses a lot.
He presses a lot.
Yeah.
You see. So he gives you what Mahopa and Butuma give you.
Yes.
But he gives you extra because
Yeah.
he's a great finisher. I
sure.
think when he has a chance, he finishes. And his older play is brilliant. So take nothing away from him. It's just that we cannot now overlook his stats.
Yeah.
Hence why I asked you if you are bringing him in as a striker or you bring him as a 10. And the reason why I'm asking you this, we know there's issues with Umabasa.
Yeah.
The team hasn't come out and said anything. We don't know if he's staying or whether
Or
he's
he's
leaving. Then
yeah.
you've got Mbutuma and who's this, Mahopa
Yeah.
up front.
Yes.
And then on the number 10 position, for me, this season, Pirates has not have a regular number 10.
Yeah, sure.
We saw Tito coming up. He played. Mbule now and then goes and play. When Riley came back from injury, he was given that role. I think Shenko had 2 or 3 games on that role. So you're looking at that Pirates team and you're thinking they don't have a regular number 10.
Yeah,
because the Mbule who's playing at the national team is not the Mbule that plays at Orlando
they're
Pirates.
Slightly different.
You see. And then now, if you are bringing in Udiong as a number 10,
Yeah.
now you're pushing off Abutit or Abudlamini because you're looking at the work rate.
Yeah.
He can work.
No,
you
but
see.
also, coach, without interjecting you, also have options. I think that's what Pirates is trying to do. To say, coach, no excuses. Let's have options. If you are saying Tito is injured, let's have somebody that can replace Tito. If we are saying Mbule, it's not on form, let's have somebody that can replace Mbule. So they are trying to give options to the coach in all the departments. So I applaud the team by bringing in a personnel that will be able to contribute in us winning the league. Because I can tell you now, coach, the ultimate goal here is to make sure that we win the league. So you don't win the league by taking chances. We have seen it last season, and I think last season has taught us a lot of things, coach, that you don't take shortcuts when you want success. Look at our competitor, Mamelodi Sundowns. Regardless of whether they've got a big squad or what, January transfer, they will make sure that they rope in
something.
1 or 2. And that's a mentality of a team that is willing to compete in all competitions. So if we want to be the best in a country and in a continent, let's follow the suit and make sure that we've got the balanced squads in all the departments.
Yeah, I've always been one who criticized Pirates when it comes to depth, especially under Jose Rivera.
Yes.
I always felt the team didn't have enough depth,
Yeah.
especially in personnel. But my last question on the De Jong, do you think that's the perfect signing or is it a needed signing? I'll tell you why. You're looking at the forwards.
Yeah.
I think Pirates currently has only one out-and-out left-footed player in Moremi.
Yes.
They've let go of Onkota. They've let go of Osale. Now, if you want to play that half 10 on the right, which we saw Moremi now and then struggles when he moves to the right, wasn't it best for Pirates if they were to go out and get a left-footed player to try and cut in, unless, of course, if Saleng is coming back.
Yeah.
Also, we just heard that Undul is out.
Yeah.
For maybe
For the
2
rest of
more
the
seasons,
season,
for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, I heard
now
that as well.
you are solely relying on Umakihleni Makaul,
Yeah.
which I believe as a player can only be judged as your last game. And we also his last game he was not up to par. Yes, you can see the glimpse that this is a middle fielder of the season. Are you now solely relying on them? Because for me, I felt Pirates could have went for a CDM to cover up that. Not sure if they're looking at Usilepe, if he's going to come back and be back in the team and play that role with Umakihleni Makaula. Also a left-footed attacker. I don't know what's your take on that.
The window period is not closed. So it doesn't mean when they sign De Jong, they are saying
They are
no, the
done.
check is closed. The window period is not closed. There are rumors of certain players that Pirates want. Your Tejani, we heard that they might still
might,
go be after him and stuff. So all that we can say is that let's wait for the window period and take it from there. But I can tell you now, Pirates means business this season, Coach KB.
So now, before we move on to the big signing, because we all know Mamelodi Sundowns has
Yes.
made a 58 million
Eish,
signing,
yeah.
which is something that is very interesting for me. Away from Pirates, away from any badge, it's funny how Sundowns announces their signing and they disclose their fee, but on the other side, there's no fee that has been disclosed. But story for another day.
Yeah.
With what you said about Pirates building depth and all those things, Brajabu, is it not a matter of, remember in the past, you would have fans saying Sundowns is killing other players' careers.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing that Pirates is doing, building depth? Or is it now justified because it's been done by Pirates? Because as we speak now, this is
Yeah.
what the 13th signing that Pirates has made this season.
Yeah.
And already they had a team. So I looked, if I'm correct, Pirates is currently sitting on 39 players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it the same thing that Sundowns was doing, or is it now justified because it's Pirates doing it?
I don't know who was saying Sundowns is killing careers of players.
Yeah.
But look, Pirates is in business, Coach. In each and every business, you'll want to, see the proceed of your business. So whether you are signing 30 players, 39 players, 40, as long as your team can be able to compete, because we are playing for too many competitions, Coach. You don't need a lean squad. You want a proper squad that will be able to compete. People were saying last season when we said we don't have depth, they said no, but we had your Rasebucha. You had those were players that couldn't change any game when we were under siege. So when we were speaking in the platforms like this ones, the management of the team was listening, and they are doing exactly what we requested them to do. That look, we are spending our hard-earned cash to go to the stadiums so that we can give you guys a support. Every day when Pirates is playing, it's sold out all the time. So it was up to the management to do what now?
Give depth, quality.
To give us quality players, and that's exactly what they are doing. So it can be that when they are beginning to give us what we requested, then we're saying no. We believe this might be a way of killing characters.
Well, we'll hear from the comments, because I heard that in them so many times. No, Sundowns is killing, but let's leave it to
here. We're not killing. We're in business.
Yeah, no, you can't say that Pirates means business. Now we go into the big signing, which is very clear.
Yeah,
that they've signed a player with 58 million. Hence why I'm saying story for another day. Why is it that when Sundown signs, you know the fee, but on the other side, you never get the fee? What's your take with that statement that Sundowns, I don't know, is it Sundowns that announces that they've signed a player with this man, or is it the media that is bringing up?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because the transparency clause are not the same.
Yeah.
How you conduct your business
won't be the same.
Will differ from how I conduct my own business. Pirates has been doing very well for all its existence.
It has always been the Iron Jude.
For almost all its existence, it has been doing well by not disclosing. But guess what? They will still get the quality player that Mamelodi Sundowns wanted with their money. So if it works for Pirates, let's because if we are going to know the figure of a player, how is it going to help us as fans? Or
it's gonna help those that bent. But what's your take with the 58 million striker? Do you think he comes, he brings value to the team? Does he add goals? Does he now push Sundowns to challenge the league? Because Brajabu, if we are being honest and we are looking at stats, currently Pirates is leading the log. Last year, this time, Pirates was not on 28 points. The team that was on 28 points last season was number 3.
Yeah.
You see. So that also says, has the league standard dropped, or has Sundowns dropped to that extent that the team that is doing bare minimum can win the league? Because Pirates last season, this time they were on 32 or 30.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
Yeah, Sikukuni was on 28.
Yeah.
And they were third. But this time around, Pirates is on top with 28. So now Sundowns then went and said, okay, I heard that Shalulile is injured.
Yeah.
And we saw Reyners couldn't get form.
Yeah.
They were struggling to get goals. They went and they got a striker. So do you think this guy gives Sundowns that edge that has Pirates opened a bit of a gap? Because you and I can both agree. I mean, the log as it is, Pirates has a game in hand.
Yeah.
And they are leading Sundowns with 3 points. Whereas in the past, you would find vice versa.
It was vice versa.
Vice versa,
Time,
yeah. Sundowns would always have more games, but with points. So do you think this guy comes and brings more points to Sundowns? Does he add on to the value that they have?
Yeah.
Or
Look, Sundowns is a team that is willing to compete all the time. I don't even think to them 58 million it's a big case. They will go anywhere around the world and identify a person that is going. And if you check all their signings, particularly from your North America,
Yeah, North America.
they will always get proper players. So I think this time around, they've lost an asset in Lucas Ribeiro. So to me, when I calculate, I think this might be an attempt to replace the quality that they've lost. Because even if they can win the case against the player, but the player himself doesn't want to come and play for Sundowns. So I think that's what they are trying to do. And also, as Pirates supporters, we don't have to be carried away that we win in the league. Consistently, Sundowns has been winning this thing. There's I always tell people around 2020, around the COVID, Chiefs was leading Sundowns, I think with about
12 points.
12 or 13 points or so. But on the 11th hour, on the last game, Sundowns came back and Baroka equalized. I think Baroka was playing against Kaizer Chiefs. Chief Kampala there equalized with a header. Now in 20 minutes, the league was gone. So even with Pirates, I don't think they have to be carried away because something big can happen. That's why I'm saying the signings that we have spoken about, add into the argument that they are serious about what they want to do. But going back to Mamelodi Sundowns, they've been conducting their business. Whether they are number 2, number 1, whether they are number 1 in their group stages in CAF, they will always intensify their squad. They don't want to know. As long as they say this is a window period, they will go and get Basadine. They will go and get Reyners, regardless of the squad that they have. So if there's a team in a continent that is willing to compete, it's Mamelodi Sundowns.
So I've looked at that signing. I'm not one for YouTube. I always feel in YouTube, what you do as a coach or as agents, you always clip the best.
Yeah.
And then you give it to people.
Yeah.
I think Sundowns is going to push.
Yeah.
As well. Also, they're bringing in competition because from what I heard, he can play as a striker, he can play as a winger.
Yeah.
You see, and then with the loan expiry of Escavel and Khodisang, not sure if they will come back or play. You see, so I think the guy that they've signed now, he might have goals in him, but we have seen Brajabu with the recent 2 that they need to get used to how South Africa is.
Yeah.
You see the climate change as well. There alone, it can affect a player.
Yeah.
So for the league's sake, for the entertainment, maybe hopefully he hits the ground running.
Yeah.
So that we can see, because I'm one person who doesn't like the banter of us as supporters. We always look at that price range, you see.
Yeah.
And you look at the 2 that they've signed.
Yeah.
I mean, Mamelodi Sundowns had almost full squad. They lost only 4 or 5 players.
Yeah, sure.
For AFCON. So the coach had ample of time,
of course, to prepare.
Those 2 players, Resino, and who's the other one? I'm forgetting the other one. Santos. Yeah, Resino and Dos Santos. They had time to climatize.
Yeah.
They should now be able to play. They should now. So with the new signing and all that, I don't know, Sundowns is going the European way in the market. I'm sure it's there for everyone to see.
I think I wouldn't say that, Coach KB. I wouldn't say they are going an European way. I'll say they are professionalizing the team. Coach KB, when you are saying you want to be the best in Africa, Africa is a continent and it's big. I think we've got about 54 states in Africa. So if you are saying you want to conquer Africa with quality players. Look at a team that has taken the CAF now. Pyramids. Half of their squads come from overseas. So if you want to professionalize the player, I mean the team. Asiyeke le mentality yokuthi team ibuya eMamelodi. We are competing against the best in the continent.
So let's get the best.
Yeah, let's get the best. And I trust their scouts. I mean, they got it wrong maybe in one or two, but in majority of the players that they have signed, it's quality players. And now we are born with of course I can pay this money if I were Pirates. Of course, this is a play. So I think whatever that they are doing there is to professionalize the play. The team. That's why they don't take light the fact that the coach is not doing what he's actually supposed to do. So I trust them. I trust them.
Let's see if this guy's gonna bring. I always say, I even said to Steve, it's not easy to quickly replace a player.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to move away from Lucas Ribeiro and just move on. And I think that's what they're doing. But let's wait and see. Just in closing, we just saw the signing of Umjela from Stellenbosch going to Sekhukhune. So if you look at it, we are basically touching on transfers of top three.
Yes.
And the first game of the number one, it's going to be number one versus number three.
Yes.
We have seen Mujela at TS Galaxy. I think he had a great season. But for me, he didn't have the best of time at Stellenbosch. I don't know if it's how the team was played or that long-term injury. Because the last goal I remember, it was that controversial game where Pirates won.
Yes.
And
no, it wasn't controversial. We won.
No, I remember they saying the number 10. The number 10 of Pirates was in the middle of the park. And the ball was moved. But I think one thing that I can remember about Mujela at Stellis, it's that goal.
Oh, no.
I don't think two of us can forget that.
When Moses Mabida, and it was very quiet after that goal. I remember that goal as if it was yesterday. Stadium Suvelesa Tula. Yeah, but we came back and eventually we won the game. So I think it's good for him.
Moving to Sekhukhune.
Yeah, because apart from the transfer itself, seemingly there were, disputes, issues between him and the team.
Okay.
Together with Nku, Lesiba Nku. Because at some stage, we were told that they were requested to go and train with the junior team. And then eventually, maybe the team decided that they should part ways. So you can't play in an environment where... where there are issues anymore. So I think it's good for him to go to Eric Tinkler, because Eric Tinkler will always find a best way of taking, the best out of players, particularly South African players. So I think it's a good move for him. But also it's a big move for Sekhukhune. These are the league contenders.
Are they?
And of course, they are number 3. You can't rule them out. Panama points amangaki, coach. You see?
Yeah,
so you can't. There are teams there. It's Pirates, it's Sundowns, it's Sekhukhune. It's also Kaizer Chiefs. You can't rule it out. So these are the teams that were supposedly are supposed to make it a point to they consolidate our teams, because you are left with 5 months. Once the January period closes, then I say even if we've got injuries, you'll have to wait for another transfer window. So I will say a good signing for Sekhukhune. And Sekhukhune is not doing bad, Coach KB.
No, they are not.
They are not doing bad. You can see Uguti Nabo from wherever they are trying by all means to stay in a top 8, but also to compete in a league.
True.
You don't know. You'll never know. But Sekhukhune is a team that is here to stay as well. You can't write it off.
Yeah, no. With that being said, Brajaw, in closing, I honestly think it's a great move for both the team and the boy.
Yeah.
I think he will have fun. He's not far from home
Yeah.
as well. And I think he brings a bit of quality, or he adds on to the quality that they have. I mean, they've
Yeah.
got Frobler there, they've got
Yes.
Mahalwa,
Yes.
they've got a young boy. I normally call him Mandy, the left footer from TS Galaxy. We are yet to see him. So they do have a great team in
Yes,
there, and I
yes.
think they'll be pushing. So in closing, Brajabu on the 24th, New Peter Mokaba Stadium.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's 3 o'clock, Sekhukhune versus Orlando Pirates, the log leaders versus number 3, the former log leaders.
Yeah.
I just want it short.
Okay.
Your score prediction.
On a day in question.
Yes.
Coach, it's when you're speaking about Pirates issues, ne, you can't be short because ipagania lezi zinto according to the book now.
Yeah.
Coach KB, unprovoked, ne? The previous Pirates will just lose games that they were not supposed to lose.
Yeah.
But the current Pirates is not that kind of a Pirates. It's a Pirates that will play. Sometimes they won't even play a good football on the day in question,
get results.
but they will give you the results. So unfortunately, I don't see Sekhukhune winning. I think Pirates will win that game 2-0 because remember they also owe us. This is a team that we lost to in a second game of the league. So, coach, there's no way that we're winning this one.
Okay, so from Brajabu, Sekhukhune that beat Orlando Pirates 2-0 at Orlando.
Yeah.
On the second
They
game of the
beat
log.
us 1-0.
Was it 1?
I think it's 1.
2-0 it was against what? Marum?
2-1 in
2-1,
fact
oh,
against
yeah.
the Marumo Gallants in
Gallants.
Bloemfontein.
So the team that beat Orlando Pirates in the second game of the log,
Yeah.
away at Orlando.
Yeah.
They are now playing home
Yeah.
at Polokwane. They will be losing to Orlando Pirates 2-0.
Yeah, siyobadlela lapho coach, but also in closing let us also congratulate coach Thabo Sinong. Beka coach Amajita.
Yeah, yeah.
He has now been appointed to be a coach here Zimbabwe Highlanders.
Yeah.
So I'm congratulating about your seventh and Dube lapha that used to play for Amazulu. So it means Dube will be the assistant coach. And Coach Thabo Sinong will be the head coach. So we are congratulating him as well because it's good for us to see our coaches being recognized in a continent. All in all, thanks, Coach.
It's always a pleasure, Brajabu. Congrats to Coach Thabo. Hopefully he does well.
Yeah, no, sure.
Just to keep the South African flag.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll start having a relationship against Zimbabwe. They need to understand where they need to give points away, man. We can always hustle against Zimbabwe.
Hey, angifuni ukukhuluma ngayo.
Takho bafethu.
Siyabonga.
Takho.